Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. It is Saturday, March 8th of 2025. Hope everybody's off to a good start of their weekend. Pro Wrestling Tournament season. Back at it and underway. For this episode, going to talk about current standings for two tournaments. Going to cover the first round of the Cinderella Tournament. And then going to finish off with a couple of updates on the New Japan Cup. So, quite a lot to look forward to, as both of these tournaments pretty much have gotten started around the same time or similar times. So yeah, got quite a bit to cover. But first we're going to start off with World Wonder Ring Stardom's Cinderella Tournament 2025. First round is complete. We now know our quarterfinal matchups. So let's take a look at the bracket. Let's do it. Excuse me. Okay. Had quite a very interesting first round. Starting off from the far left, making our way to the far right. Had a very hard fought battle between Ruaka and Sayaka Kurara, and even with some interference from some of the other hate members. Of course, Ruaka using the big hate box against Sayaka Kurara. But despite the interference, Sayaka Kurara was able to get the victory via knocking off Ruaka off the ring apron over the top rope. And Sayaka Kurara advances to the quarterfinals. But, you know, it wasn't easy for her, especially with the interference. But she advances. The first tournament match they did was Akira Kuragane versus Rana Yagami. That was the first match they did. Not bad. Not bad at all. It was their opening match, which they also had on YouTube. But not bad. Akira Kuragane put up a good fight. But fortunately, Rana Yagami was too much for her, was able to defeat her in the opening match and advance to the quarterfinals. So, we know one quarterfinal matchup will be Cosmic Angel Sayaka Kurara versus God's Eyes Rana Yagami. That should be really good. Should be a really good matchup. Hanako versus Aya Sakura. To be honest, this was one of my favorite matches from the first round. Definitely one of my favorite matches. Not to mention, I felt like it was a very good preview of when Sakura Demon and Ricer Bread will have their New Blood tag title match later on in the month of March for, I believe, Stardom New Blood 20. But yeah, these two ladies went back and forth. I mean, it was a real great match between these two. Definitely, both of these ladies continue to level up. And sure enough, it came to a time limit draw. Came to a time limit draw, which in Cinderella Tournament rules, if it comes to any sort of draw, whether it's a count out or time limit draw or like a double knockout, anything like that, both competitors are eliminated. So, because this went to a time limit draw, both Aya Sakura and Hanako have been eliminated from the Cinderella Tournament. So, I had a feeling that possibly one of these might have happened. I just didn't think it was going to be this one. So, But it's happened. It's in the books. And then right here we had Rion versus Azusa Inaba. Another decent match as well. Rion put up a good fight against Azusa, but it just didn't turn out to be enough, as Azusa was able to get the victory. And with her advancing, due to the double elimination of Aya Sakura and Hanako, Azusa Inaba actually advances all the way to the semifinals. So she gets a bye. She gets a bye. So with that being said, she will await the winner between Sayaka Kurara and Rana Yagami for the semifinals. So look at that. Azusa Inaba with a nice advantage there. Earning the victory over Rion and then earning a bye. Well, not necessarily earning a bye, but she just happens to get a bye because of how Hanako's Aya Sakura went down. So she will await patiently in the semifinals for either Sayaka Kurara or Rana Yagami. Okay, the main event Cinderella Tournament match came down to last year's winner, Hanan, versus Tomoka Inaba. Definitely a back-and-forth match, and Hanan sporting some yellow-colored hair. Thought that was kind of interesting, but hey, it matched her ring gear, so it's understandable. But yeah, both of these ladies went back and forth. Was really good. But Hanan was able to pin Tomoka Inaba and advance to the quarterfinals. Great match. So, hey, at least one of the Inaba sisters advanced. But yeah, tough break for Tomoka Inaba. But Hanan advances to the quarterfinals. Okay, you had... this match actually was not long. Really wasn't that long. Miyu Amasaki versus Lady C. Like I said, match wasn't that long. But Miyu Amasaki was able to get the victory, pinning Lady C, and advance to the quarterfinals. Lady C just can't catch a break. I hate to say it, but she can't catch a break. I mean, when you're in this state for so long, just suffering so many losses up to the point where Waka Tsukiyama finally gets a championship belt and you still haven't gotten anywhere close to that, that's gotta hurt for Lady C. Especially in being in two different factions and still really hasn't been able to break out. Yeah, I really feel for Lady C. I really do. Because I like Lady C. I really do. You know, maybe she can make the trip to Vegas, you know, a little change of scenery, you know, get some love and support. But, yeah, just a tough break for Lady C. Can't seem to break out. But, with that being said, another quarterfinal matchup will be Hanan from Stars versus Miyu Amasaki from Neo Genesis. So, that should be good. Let's see. We got Rina versus rookie Yuria Hime. Yuria Hime put up a good fight as well. This was the second match that they had on that they broadcast on YouTube as well. But yeah, this was a pretty good match. Yuria Hime put up a decent fight, but Rina was able to hit the Pink Devil and pin her for the 1-2-3 to advance to the quarterfinals. So, congrats to Rina there. Not surprised at the outcome. And then we had Future of Stardom champion Hina versus Tabata from CMLL. This was my first time seeing Tabata. Not bad. I liked what I saw. Thought she was pretty good. Sure enough, something I did not expect. But this was one of the upsets, as Tabata pinned the Future of Stardom champion. That's right. Crazy. And eliminated Hina. So Tabata from CMLL advances to the quarterfinals. And who knows? She also pointed at the Future of Stardom championship. So I believe it's safe to say that Tabata has earned herself a Future of Stardom championship opportunity. Maybe they'll have it at New Blood 20. Hey, I'd be down for that. Why not? I mean, Tabata beat her fair and square, one-on-one, so she deserves a title shot. But with that being said, Tabata advances to the quarterfinals and will face off against Rina. Excuse me. So, with these matchups set, Sayaka Kurara versus Rena Yagami, I think Sayaka Kurara will probably get that. And, of course, Azusa Inaba, she'll await the winner between those two in the semifinals. Hanan versus Miyu Amasaki. Whew, you know what? That one could go either way. I could actually see Miyu upsetting Hanan, but something tells me Hanan's going to beat Miyu and Rina's going to beat Tabata, and we're going to get the Battle of the Sisters in the semifinals. That's what I have a feeling is going to happen. So, but I think a possible upset could be Miyu over Hanan. I think I could see that happening as well. I don't see Tabata upsetting Rina, though. But you never know. She beat Hina, who just won the Future Stardom Championship not long ago. So, I mean, you never know. You never know. So, those are your current standings after the first round of the Cinderella Tournament. But yeah, quarterfinal matchups will happen on March 9th, so that's tomorrow. So, looking forward to that. So, 4 quarterfinal matchups. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. Should be good. Should be really good. Okay, and now let's switch gears and let's look at the tournament brackets for the New Japan Cup. Here we are. So, New Japan Cup was supposed to start on March 7th, but due to an issue with the ring posts being pretty much broken, they ended up canceling the show, and a lot of the wrestlers came out and just entertained the fans by doing some talks and monologues and, I guess, comedy stuff. So they ended up combining the matchup days from March 7th and today's matchups March 8th, and did it all on the March 8th show. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the bracket. Okay. So, starting from the top, of course, the really big disappointment for me is, yes, last year's New Japan Cup winner, Yota Tsuji, has been eliminated in the first round by House of Torture's Evil, which used a barrage of interference. My whole thing is, you would think with as many folks in the LIJ stable why are there so many times where stuff like this happens with House of Torture and the opposite team's stablemates don't show up? Like, ain't nobody from LIJ show up to even the odds. You know, it just... You would think stuff like that would happen less and less, being that, you know, pretty much almost everybody in New Japan Pro Wrestling is part of a faction. Just about. But, I don't know. It just looks lame. Looks really lame. And I feel for Yota Tsuji. But, yeah, Yota Tsuji eliminated in the first round by Evil. So, really unfortunate. So, Evil advances to the second round. Had to make sure I had that right. Advances to the second round, and will face David Finlay. Okay, we had Yuya Uemura versus Sonata, and many would say that this was a big upset, as Yuya Uemura was able to pin Sonata, used a Superman pin, although it kind of did look like at the last second Sonata might have kicked out, but nah, it was close, but nah, got the pin, and Heat Storm, Yuya Uemura eliminates Sonata. Like, that was huge. That was really huge, because we got to remember, Sonata, I believe it was, 2 years ago that Sonata won the New Japan Cup? So yeah. That was a big upset. Very big upset. Congrats to Yuya Uemura on getting the victory, who I've met, by the way, while he was on excursion. So, second round matchup will be Yuya Uemura versus Yoshihashi. So that should be good. Let's see. Next up, we got Ryohei Oiwa versus Chase Owens. This was actually a really solid back and forth match. Chase Owens came very close, but Ryohei Oiwa was able to pick up the victory and eliminate Chase Owens. So, but yeah, good hard fought match, and Oiwa will end up facing his TMDK stablemate in Zack Sabre Jr. in the second round. Oh, man. Woo. That's going to be tough. That is going to be really tough. Shoot. It's going to probably take a miracle for Oiwa to defeat Zack Sabre Jr., but And then the main event ended up being Gabe Kidd versus Ren Narita, which the crowd was clearly behind Gabe Kidd the whole time. He even stopped a sneak attack from happening when he made his entrance, so I thought, that was really good. Although, once again, the shenanigans and the interference, although this time, other members of the Bullet Club War Dogs came out, because Drilla Maloney came out and Taiji Ishimori came out to even the odds. And I'm just like, why the heck did nobody from LIJ do that in the Yota Tsuji Evil match? See, that's what doesn't make sense to me. That's what doesn't make sense to me. So, but sure enough, all that House of Torture shenanigans didn't end up being enough to put away Gabe Kidd. Even though he was busted open and just got hit with some of everything, Gabe Kidd was able to overcome Ren Narita and defeat him to advance to the next round, which Gabe Kidd will face Taichi in round 2. So, looking at this, so round 2 on this side, got Evil and David Finlay. honestly, Evil will probably win that and advance to the quarterfinals. Yeah, I'm thinking Evil over David Finlay. Just because I think the shenanigans are going to show up. Yuya Omura and Yoshihashi. You know what? I'm going to say Yuya Omura advances. I think he beats Yoshihashi. Ryohei Oiwa and Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. Oiwa, I do not see him upsetting the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. No, I don't see that at all. Gabe Kidd and Taichi. To be honest, I think Gabe Kidd takes it. I think Gabe Kidd takes it. And who knows? Gabe Kidd might have just turned into the favorite to possibly win the New Japan Cup. But then again, if my predictions go correctly, then that would mean Gabe Kidd would have to face Zack Sabre Jr. in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then tomorrow's matchups will be El Phantasmo versus Great Khan, Tetsuya Naito versus Callum Newman, Tomohiro Ishii versus Drilla Maloney, and Bolton Oleg versus Bad Luck Fale. Those are your 4 New Japan Cup matchups for tomorrow. So, should be good. Should be good. And they're also doing the Cinderella Cup matches tomorrow as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they are. So they're doing the quarterfinal matchups for that tomorrow as well. So, wow. New Japan Pro Wrestling and World Wonder Ring Stardom are going to be quite busy tomorrow. So, dang, you got those 2 shows and you got AEW Revolution. Goodness gracious, that's a lot. That's a lot. But, hey, it be that way sometimes. But, anyway, that'll do it for this video. Like I said, both tournaments starting to really shape up. And we will see how things go down after tomorrow. I do plan on doing another update after those matches are in the books. But anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are so far on the New Japan Cup matches that have happened, as well as the first round of the Cinderella Tournament matches. Let me know your thoughts. And if you already have predictions on who you think will win either tournament, let me know. Would love to hear your predictions. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Everybody have a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Peace.